Welcome back, everybody, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Madden 20 franchise rebuild, where we're defending our Super Bowl championship this season, but we're no longer the top team in the NFC South. The New Orleans Saints are undefeated, and today we'll try to end their undefeated run. We do get some upgrading before the game begins. I am upgrading Max Heenan first, who has not played as well this year as he has in past seasons. I'm still probably going to sign him because he's just one of the highest rated tackles. DeMarcus Lodge, I think we'll just go route runner with him. He is 27 years old, and now he becomes a 78 overall. Ooh, 3 deep route running, 2 short. That's a pretty nice boost. Not bad at all. Route runner as well for Denzel Denard, who becomes a 75, and we get a bunch of ratings boosted for him. Hudson Lumen is playing linebacker this season, and I should probably focus on his run stopping primarily to make the best impact there. Only 1 rating goes up. There's also starting center Tyrone Bradley, who is now a 76 overall. A lot of ratings going up for him. This is going to be a pretty interesting game today, because if we lose and fall to 5-4, we're probably not going to win the division, and we'll have to play on Wildcard weekend if we make it to the first round, make it to the playoffs anyway. I assume we will. I don't count on us missing the playoffs anytime soon, but I guess anything is possible. But the Saints, after losing to us decisively 3 times 1 year ago, they're now a different team. They've already beaten us decisively once. Now it's the second game. They can create a huge lead in the division, plus own a tiebreaker. So this is a must-win game for the Bucs. This is not an easy place to play, but it's our most important game so far this season. Can we pull it off? This would now be an upset situation for us. We'll see if our offense can get us out to a good start. When we've watched the games this year, the offense has been unstoppable. So Tyrus Sparks starts his day, and his pass is knocked down. Here's a quick dump off and a good tackle in the open field. That's against Angel Copeland. Not sure who number 53 is, but he's made the first 2 plays for New Orleans. That's Odom. 3rd down and 8. DeMarcus Lodge, slot right. Setting up a screen for Copeland. He's going to get to the outside. Makes a move and has the first down. Ball at the 43 for Tampa. This is a fake. Pressure, and Tyrus Sparks is on target. Here goes Dawson Knox all the way to the 10. It's been all about the big play in the passing game this season after a 51-yarder to Knox. Ball inside the 10, and here's Sparks. Good protection, and open for the touchdown, Dawson Knox. Your move, New Orleans. I wonder if this ends up being the really high-scoring game I think it could be. Alvin Kamara finding daylight on his first carry, and he'll have the first down for New Orleans. 3 superstar playmakers on the offense. That does not include quarterback Jacoby Brissett. Here's Kamara running right for 1. 3 wide, and they throw it quick to Michael Thomas. We're all over that play call. 3rd down and long. Whoa, I just saw that Welch is starting down below for Pittsburgh. I need to make a note to check out what's going on there. I'm always curious about what I can pick up from the CPU in this series. 3rd and 10. Brissett is pressured and dropped. It's Sylvester Seymour. What a start for Tampa Bay. New Orleans now needs to have their defense step up. We'll see if we can put together another good possession. Nothing here for a skew on the run. It's a fake for Sparks. Plenty of time and open. It is Denzel Denard. First down and another great start for Sparks. Here's a play action for Sparks, and he'll throw it complete. O.J. Howard into Saints territory. We'll try this delay. Nice opening, and Askew has the first down. Really nice run. I can't believe Jameis Winston is still starting in New England. I wonder what his ratings are like these days. Here's a shot down the field. Let's go, Godwin. That was so close with the free safety coming over. Marcus Williams almost made a play. Ball at the 5-yard line. We run it. Robertson into the end zone. Tampa Bay up 2 scores in the Superdome. We are still the defending champions, New Orleans. Love seeing Bradley clear that lane open. Well done. When the offense is on their game, we are nearly unbeatable. New Orleans, with a drop from Dallas Goedert, has to punt it away. And Tampa takes over. Denzel Denard for 14. Does the offense slow down here? I'm not seeing any signs of that happening. Adonis Askew off to a better start today than last episode, though, where he needed the production more. Keeping this drive going. It's a long possession. DeMarcus Lodge keeps it going. Come on. This is taking forever, offense. Loss of 2. 10 yards Godwin. Come on. Like a 25-play drive, it feels like. Touchdown, Godwin. Leonard Merritt sacks Brissett. New Orleans still has not scored in the first half. And our offense, they're not set on punting very much today. Sullivan does get a sack, and we still convert the 3rd down. So we're not done yet. Lodge inside the 20. We go backwards, but Angel Copeland scores. It's just 28-0, no big deal. New Orleans has to make a very historic comeback here to make it interesting. They do get the second half started the right way by scoring a touchdown. 25 yards to Godwin. I don't think they've forced the punt yet. We're not going to be punting here either, as we do go backwards and stall, so we got to get 3. This is not the kind of game I thought we'd be seeing today. New Orleans has not been competitive. Saints football. Here's Jacoby Brissett. This is complete for the first down. Play action now for Brissett. And down the middle, wide open. Traquan Smith. Brissett. There's a strike and another first down. Puts them inside the 25. New Orleans not giving up. They're playing much better in the second half for sure. Hand off Kamara. Nowhere to go. Kamara, more room on this play as Page attempts to rip the football out. Stuffed on 3rd down. They tried to run it 3 straight plays. Now, I'd imagine they'd just kick the field goal, make it a 3-score game. If we score another touchdown, I think it's over. Let's take it to the 4th quarter, or not quite. We end up punting for the very first time today. New Orleans now down 21 in the 4th quarter. This is a little uneasy here with New Orleans getting down the field. 8 yards Traquan Smith, 10 yards Michael Thomas, 22-yard touchdown. We have a game. All right, offense, let's get back to a 3-score lead and end this thing. 3 receivers on the field. Here comes Lodge. He's getting this. And there's room. Lodge to the sideline. Oh, they almost got the fumble. They had the animation play out. Sparks back to pass. Here's one across the middle, and it's caught by Denard. We're back into plus territory. Sparks with 3 touchdown passes, 5 incompletions. A little delay now, and a skew pushed back after a 6-yard pickup.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
If New Orleans makes a play here, they might keep us from scoring. 3 receivers for Sparks, whose pass is caught by Lodge. They're not able to rip the football out. It's 1st and 10. Handoff inside, and the chains keep moving, so does the clock.
Let's go, boys. Tight end right, tight end right.
On 2nd and goal, Sparks to the end zone. It's another Tampa touchdown. O.J. Howard. That should take care of this game. For a moment there, I was a little worried we would have a very historic loss in this game, but the Saints do not erase a 28-0 deficit. They are now down 21 points, and Tampa appears to be headed to a dominant victory in the Superdome that should keep our chances alive for winning the NFC South. Let's just quickly end this. 38-17 is your final. Just another dominant day for Tyrus Sparks. Although the Saints did successfully keep him under 400 yards passing in this one. He's just so good. Great day, Tyrus Sparks. And Askew is over 100 yards rushing. Denzel Denard had 7 catches. We pretty much spread the ball around today as well as we have all season. And the defense, they stepped up, didn't allow New Orleans to do too much. So I'm pretty happy all around with that win. Time to upgrade QB number 2, William Linsley. I'd like to go field general. I was a little disappointed his preseason wasn't dominant, but we'll see how he does this coming year. Still want to keep him our backup for a while. I don't know what it is, though, about this Panthers team. They just won against us. So we split the season series. Logan Nichols does have 2 touchdowns in this game, 1 incompletion. So Sparks had a really big game, and we still couldn't win. So our record is now 6-4 on the season. I'd say it's still more likely we end up going to the playoffs as a wild card, which I'm probably going to be simulating wildcard games and division round games going forward, unless we go on like a long losing streak for no Super Bowls or something like that. But that's part of speeding up the process now in the series. I do want to sign Max Heenan. This is going to be a very big contract, and we are able to get it done. So 4 years, $57 million. And now looking ahead, cap space is definitely going to be a lot tougher to deal with. That's a big contract. We improved to 7-4 by defeating the Atlanta Falcons. We put up a lot of offense in this game as well. Another 3-touchdown day for Sparks, 345 yards. I'd have to think he sets a career high in passing yards this season. He's had so many huge games. We had a 92-yarder to DeMarcus Lodge in this game. 92 yards for Godwin overall. Denard found the end zone. A lot of players are having really big seasons for our offense. And then there's the Buccaneer defense with Kevon DeVoe getting 2 sacks and 1 for Sylvester Seymour. Upgrading Malik Lennon, now a 79 overall, tackle, zone coverage, all that good stuff. We now know he has star development, so it's not an elevated development, but being that he's 21 years old and already a 79 overall, he has a pretty bright future even without superstar or X-Factor dev. We're also upgrading our edge rushers today. We'll give Robert Cush the run stopper boost. I don't know, I've had trouble in this game getting pass rushers to consistently produce. DeVoe as a rookie was really good. Let's take a look at his production here as we also go run stopper for him. He had 7 sacks as a rookie. I guess that wasn't like huge production, but for a rookie season it was solid. 6 last year, now 4 so far. Hopefully it just keeps at least at 6 or 7. And then Christian Warren, our punter, he's definitely been much better these last couple seasons, and we're sticking with him. That's a win as we defeat the Lions only by 3, but we do get another win regardless. Greg Wilbur had 3 touchdowns, Sparks only 2 in this game. Askew, 82 yards rushing. Robertson did have a touchdown. Jalen Slate, 49 yards and a score against us. Denard seems like he's racking up the touchdowns pretty nicely this season. And we also had one for Chris Godwin, who's having a very big year. For defense, Merritt, Cush, and then a split sack here. No INTs. We have a chance to break out a player in Week 14. It's Kyle Caver. I think he had an opportunity early in his career to pull this off. It didn't work out. But now we'll see if we can get a nice upgrade for him a few years into his career. We lose this game to the Bengals by 10 points with TJ Schmidt at quarterback. They had a 3-touchdown day for him. Tyrus Sparks had a good game. I'm surprised, when he plays this well that we ever lose. But the run defense, okay, that looks like an issue. 84-yard touchdown for Joe Mixon. Even if you take that out, his average would be pretty decent, so easy to see where things went wrong there. Also, Khalil Emanuel over 100 yards, and Tyler Boyd 91 and 2 scores. So a pretty bad day there for the defense. They haven't had too many games like that this season. DeVoe and Cush each had a sack, but not much happened for us there. Kyle Caver wasn't able to earn his upgrades, so a missed opportunity there. Now 3 games to go in the season. The Saints have won the division. Now we try to close in on a wild card spot. We win 21-7. Much better defensive play in this game. We had 5 sacks and 2 interceptions. We also stopped the run much better. Askew ran the ball pretty well. Aaron Jones, though, a big day receiving for him. And for our defense, now Kyle Caver gets the 2-sack game out of nowhere that would have gotten him the upgrade. Seymour had 2, Cush had 1, and I love seeing the interceptions. Caver does earn an upgrade at least, so he's now a 79 overall. Still working on a lot of run stopper archetypes just because that seems to be a weakness for our defense at times, so I'm trying to shore that up. Overall, though, his ratings are pretty solid. I'm also interested in where Denard's yards end up at the end of the season. We go route runner, 76 overall now with an awareness boost with catching and short route running. We've now won 4 out of 5 games, and we have 10 victories on the year. It's yet another 3-touchdown day for Tyrus Sparks. He's had many of those this season. Denard, 78 yards receiving. Howard had a nice game. Godwin found the end zone again. I see 3 sacks here for Sylvester Seymour, and another one for DeVoe. Pass rush finishing the year strong, as we also get a pick for Malik Lennon. Sylvester Seymour is pretty special. He's only star development, but he's already closing in on 90 overall. And while I've had some trouble finding good edge rushers in Madden 20, I have had a lot of luck with Sylvester Seymour and the 2 years he's put together. Elite caliber stuff. Love seeing that his overall can go up super high even without one of the top 2 developments. Star is good, but I mean, it takes him a lot of XP at this stage with Star to get better. I mean, 12,000 is no joke. It's been a good year of development as well for Tyrone Bradley, who now is a 78 overall. I think he's gone up 4 times this season with Star development. Okay. Obviously, for offensive line, elevated development of any kind helps a ton. Angel Copeland becomes a 74 overall. I was thinking earlier about how long I can keep this tandem together. I do like the 1-2 punch they offer a lot. Steven Stevens is a 73 overall after this deep threat upgrade. Pretty much putting all the points there when given a chance to see if he can become a big play receiver. Do we need to rest Tyrus Sparks for the playoffs? Well, being that we're a wild card team, I don't think the seed really matters to me. So I'm okay playing Lindsley for week 17. That's cool. We'll play a few of these backups. I'm not going to start every backup, but we take out Sparks, Godwin, and Askew. We'll play Robertson more. And on the defensive side, we'll of course take Devin White out of the lineup. We will take Jerome Page out and play Jaron St. Clair. And we'll let Antonio Tandy get a nice starting opportunity. And we're not going to play Seymour either. We win the season finale, playing a lot of backups, and we had a nice passing day. So let's take a look at what William Lindsley did, throwing 2 touchdowns, 316 yards. There we go. That'll raise my confidence in him after the preseason. Lawrence Robertson had 65 yards. Askew still had 2 touchdowns. He had 8 carries. It's hard to give just one running back all the carries in the simming. It's pretty much impossible. Gabe Morrell had a touchdown. So did Steven Stevens. So very happy with the offense there. And we're going into the postseason, a wild card round. Can't wait to see if we can keep this going, but we are going to simulate here in a moment. Antonio Tandy has earned another upgrade, and next year I'm leaning towards maybe letting him play in the slot to continue his development. He is a 74 overall, and next year will be his 3rd season in the league, so it's worth considering. Adonis Askew will be the starting running back, though, I know that much. He becomes an 82 now. Awareness, vision, elusiveness. Nice upgrade there with a 95 speed running back. Our playoff journey does not start with a first round bye. Instead, against the 7-8-1 Arizona Cardinals. The Saints ended up with the top seed, and there were a number of teams with better records than the 7-8-1 Cardinals who made the playoffs. The Jets also did at 8-8. So it looks like a pretty easy matchup for us. They were only 2-6 at home. All I can think about, though, is how the Seahawks with 7 wins won that game against the Saints. The Panthers won the South a few years ago without many wins, and they won against the Cardinals, who I think had to start Ryan Lindley in that playoff game, and the Panthers were even favored in that one. So if we lose here, that is a massive disappointment. Close. It took overtime, but we got the win. We defeat the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray, who had 3 touchdowns total on the day. He was sacked 5 times. Askew found the end zone. Andy Isabella had a big game. So did Christian Kirk. But we get it done. And now we're moving on to the second round. Good job here by the pass rush. And Malik Lennon. And I'm not simming next episode. Next game. Nope, we gotta watch. We're taking on the New Orleans Saints. They were 14-2. They're the top seed in the league. And we want to keep our Super Bowl run going. So that's all we're going to sim today. But I am going to go through stats and all that good stuff here before we wrap up totally. We had the number 6 offense this year. It was pretty strong. And the number 4 defense. Let's see the stats. Tyrus Sparks had 34 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions this season. A little over 4,100 yards. So it's nowhere near a career high despite these games right here. All those 300-yard days. And sure, he didn't play week 17, but I guess he had 5 games under 200, and that'll do it. Adonis Askew did not get to 1,000 rushing yards, maybe if he started week 17, but he wasn't as efficient this year. The running game as a whole underwhelmed me outside of the touchdowns they racked up. For the receivers, Chris Godwin enjoyed a very nice season, but we had 2 more receivers over 800 yards. I love all the development that Denard got in Season 2. I want to continue playing him, see if he can get a development boost or something. I'd say this production is perfect. I'm not too worried about the ratings being a little bit lower. DeMarcus Lodge, I mean, we've talked about his story for a long time now. A career high in yards, matched his career high in touchdowns. O.J. Howard. When you have an elite tight end in this game, it's so much fun to watch them just dominate for years. And this is pretty dominant production for tight ends in Madden. You don't get too many 1,000-yard campaigns. It wasn't a great year for Max Heenan, but most of those sacks allowed were toward the beginning of the season, so I'm not too worried about it. For defense, Will Tate led the team in tackles. That's weird. And Sylvester Seymour was the only player to have double-digit sacks. So obviously, he's the most important pass rusher on the team now, 2 years into his career. A few interceptions here, not too many. Jason Myers was fine, 14-17. Checking out league leaders, Baker Mayfield had 40 touchdowns to lead the NFL. Sparks came in third in that category. For the running backs, Nick Chubb gets the rushing title this season. Chubb now has Superstar X Factor, and he's kind of having a career resurgence. As a rookie, he played well. On his rookie deal, he was great. And then, you know, just a step back in production, but now back to the top of the NFL. And does it show rushing titles here in the stats? I thought it did. 1 second, I'm frozen. Come on, Madden. Autosave will kick in though. All good. Back into franchise. It took a few extra seconds to load in, but I was trying to check out Nick Chubb's awards. No, it doesn't show if they had the rushing title. We do see the Pro Bowl numbers, though. That's pretty cool. Kamara had a very good season, but did not lead the league in rushing. Todd Gurley over 1,500 yards. Here are what the top running backs were able to do. Whoa! Ollie Sparks. It finally happened. After all those years behind Darius Geis, he gets his shot, and he does not disappoint. Wow, I did not expect to see that. They already have him under contract for a while. Game is frozen again. Why? I'm not hitting L2 anymore on the player's screen. Don't know why it froze there twice, but I am almost done getting through these league leaders. Just let me look at stats, Madden. Ollie Sparks, I just can't believe he had that big breakout finally. Meanwhile, I also believe Jesse Reyes was starting, but still hasn't gotten the efficiency up. Devontae Adams led the league in receiving, and the receiving leaders here, they really should be getting more yards than just this. I mean, a lot of receivers are getting to this production now. Kirk, nice year with 16 touchdowns. Tyson Bray in his second year. Okay. 81 overall, superstar dev. That's pretty sweet. Oh my. Well, I was right about Garrison Wade being a pretty good player. I let him go after a couple years, and Seattle decided he was going to become a 1,000-yard receiver. Out of nowhere. That is pretty cool to see. I love players having those breakout years that you don't expect. 1,000 yards for Hakeem Butler as well, and some players who barely missed out. How about the sack leaders then? For the AFC, Warren Mays had 20. All right. Warren Mays is a 90 overall. He has 96 finesse moves. Wow. In the NFC, Jordan Willis with 12.5. I haven't seen him really develop in anything before, and I know I've had him on a team sometime recently, but he didn't produce like this when he was on my team. Desmond King is your interception leader with 6. Will Wilds. Man, I forgot about Wilds. He's an X Factor now! No way! An X Factor after leaving the team? Will Wilds, 4 interceptions? Come on. That's always fun to see. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Next time we get back to the postseason, we were able to decisively defeat New Orleans today, but now we travel again to New Orleans to try to do it again in the playoffs. I'll see you all then. Please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you haven't already, check out that worst quarterback challenge I have going on the channel. That's been a fun mini series, and it's going by pretty quickly. hoping to get that wrapped up and bring a lot more of these mini-series and experiments, as a lot of you seem to be enjoying that. So I'll see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and have a great day, everybody.